It's no mistake that I've been at SNAP for 16 years. I absolutely love and support everything that this organization does. Every single staff person is driven by our mission and driven to help. When the participants arrive today, they're going to be assigned a family group. And as part of that household or family group, they're going to be experiencing a month in the life of an ALICE client. And ALICE stands for Asset Limited, Income Constrained, but Employed. As they go through the simulation, they will experience 4 weeks in a period of 12 to 15 minutes each week on what it's like to be someone who is employed but not able to make ends meet day to day.
Okay, so Grandpa's taking care of the kids. I was Zeke, the grandfather in his 50s, and I was on disability, so I wasn't able to work. And then we had 2 grandchildren who were staying with us who are 7 and 9.
Here we go.
Bye kids, go to school.
We didn't get to eat breakfast.
Grandpa loves you. Not everyone has the capacity to empathize without actually experiencing it. At one point, we were trying to get assistance, and it took so long trying to fill out the paperwork and do the lines, like just waiting in the lines to get the assistance that we needed to pay the bills, that we ended up not being able to buy food for the week. And it's like, oh my gosh.
We spent a lot of time in school. I got into some trouble. It was an interesting perspective to watch how crazy it was for the 2 people that played the role of Grandma and Grandpa, and watching them just scramble.
Wait, do you have to pay for lunch at school? No. How much is it?
A lot of the households today are built on statistics where they don't fall below the poverty line. They're employed, they have benefits, they have some assets, but it's a struggle to keep the lights on, to keep their family fed, and to make it to work and school on time.
No more detention and no more juvies. This overwhelming feeling of trying so hard to hustle and get places, stress and frustration of trying to get the needs met, were pretty overwhelming. It was very visceral, but a good lesson too.
There was a point where I had to ask for help with homework, and it was like clock was ticking. They had to get to work and they had a few seconds to help me, or just those barriers that you don't really think about. You know, not all kids have the same situation. Some kids are gonna have that support at home and have people help them with their homework or checking in on them to make sure they're not getting in trouble. And in my situation, they were so much in survival mode that they didn't have the ability to do that. They were just trying to get things taken care of.
I hope the simulation today really created an opportunity to challenge some assumptions and maybe question things in a different way.
The ability to just see life through their eyes a little bit, or at least get a glimpse of it, because I wasn't really living in poverty and our family wasn't really that, but I can't even imagine the stress that it would put on people that are working hard to really try to dig out of that, and how many barriers there are. That was mind-blowing to see.
Think of the people who, with a little bit of help, could have otherwise been doctors or artists. Poverty takes away from all of us, not just the people who live in poverty, but our entire society.
I think one of the biggest reasons people should get involved with SNAP, donate to SNAP, you know, life is a team sport. And this is an opportunity for everybody to get in the game and to participate in whatever way that they can. And whether that is to give a donation, or whether that is to gather your friends, gather your family, and show them that this is another way that we can work together to make a difference in people's lives and the next generation and the next generation after that.
Knowing that SNAP has so many services to help people, and they do it with dignity. Like, SNAP does that with respect and care, and meeting the people where they really are. And that's one of the reasons that I give to SNAP on a monthly basis. And I'm gonna try and find out more ways that I can help give back. How can I do my part day to day to help someone else's life be a little easier?